where I am.
I'll drink both. That's true, too. Depends on where you are. But put it on the rock.
I'm a frozen.
I would go more rocks.
They're both good.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the
Frozen
next
to me is
question?
the best one. Salt on the rim or no?
Sin sal. Sin sal, por favor. Look, I have high blood pressure.
What does that mean?
You got high
Without
blood
salt.
pressure?
Without high blood
You got high blood pressure?
Hypertension.
Do you mean like your blood goes high because you're so tall, or you actually have high blood pressure?
That was kind of funny.
that was pretty
But no, hypertension is one of the top killers in America.
Well, stop being so tense.
Get it without your
Loosen
salt.
up, dog.
If I had a margarita without salt on the rocks, I would.
I'd
I'd
tell
be-
your high
great.
blood pressure to get off your lawn, David.
I feel like you're gonna have a good show today. I feel like you're gonna have a
I should tell you
get
to
off
get
your
off my
lawn.
lawn.
Sure. Blaine, are you
Good
salt
day.
on the rim or no?
No.
I will say this.
Salt's for chicks.
Give me a good Bloody Mary over a good margarita.
Oh, I just can't do
Really,
it.
you're
Not
like
a Bloody
my
Mary
dad,
guy.
man.
I love Bloody Marys.
Pop love Bloody Mary.
Look,
Loves
I
it.
just
Not a big like tomato juice guy.
I like it spicy.
Yeah,
I'm not a big
I don't
olives
think
guy either, but I like
drinks
the
should
olive
be
juice.
spicy. I just don't.
You only drink them in the morning, Jake?
No, I'll drink them anytime during the day. Now, if it's hot, like really hot, I'm not doing it. But that's when the margarita comes in. But in the morning, like when we went and watched the NCAA tournament games, that were kind of mid-morning, whatever, like I got a Bloody to start it off. We got some pretzel sticks. It was just a good situation.
Here's how I like to make a Bloody Mary. You get the tomato juice, the Bloody Mary mix, right? You get the glass, you throw those in the trash, and you pour a bourbon.
That's good. Playoff hockey is underway, and we are so here for it. Madison Bumgarner got tossed in epic fashion last night, and I'll tell you which college football team will be the biggest surprise this season. I'm Jake Crane, and you better turn up the volume. It's time for Crane and Company. And it's always time for Epic Will. Growing up in the state of Alabama, Auburn specifically, we really kind of stuck to three major sports: baseball, basketball, and football. I think there's a lot of people that grew up in the region that I did. I have a bunch of friends that weren't really into hockey. That wasn't something that we really got into. We were all seasonal, and we all know football season rolls into basketball season, which rolls into baseball season, and we start this epic hamster wheel going back and forth. And I never really gave hockey a ton of time. Even when I started doing the show in the beginning, before we even got here, never really talked any hockey. But for the past 6 to 8 months, I've really started to pay attention to it. I've started to watch the games, really understand kind of the identities of the teams, the coaches, the players, and the pace of play and how it goes down. And then you understand strategies and stuff like that. And I have to say, I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. I watched 2 hockey games back-to-back last night and enjoyed every minute of it. Did a little bit of it have to do with the Canes covering and the Wild covering on my bets? Yes. But I enjoy the way the game is played. I enjoy the physicality. I enjoy the different styles. I enjoy the advantages. I've watched in this playoffs already 2 backup goalies come in and do what they had to do. Deming for the Penguins, and last night for the Canes, having to put the backup in, who did get a little bit of time during the regular season. But the storylines, they're new to me. The game, I feel pretty good about, the rules and stuff like that. But the energy, and obviously going to a game is a totally different thing. But hockey, to me, is now one of my favorites to watch. I just enjoy it. I do. I get it now. I get it. Some people say, oh, well, hockey's not fun. I won't even give it the time of day. If you give it a chance, I'm not saying it'll be your favorite sport. It's not my favorite sport, but it is really enjoyable. For example, tonight there's no NBA games. Typically, I'd be pretty upset. There's a bunch of early games in Major League Baseball. Then you got no NBA games tonight. But we got playoff hockey tonight. We got playoff hockey tonight. And I want to go ahead and say, and I want to give a shout out to the Preds for tweeting me back on social media. Since I'm so invested now, since it's a part of me now, I have to pick a team.
Yes.
We're all a fan of somebody. And I've gone past couple weeks, really month, kind of looked, see who I like, was on the Flames bandwagon for a little bit because I liked the vibe. Then we went and saw them play the Preds at home. Went to, super jacked and tan about that. But I'm down to 2 teams right now. There's some availability, some other teams to squeeze in there. The Canes and the Preds. Obviously, the Preds have an advantage. I'm in Nashville.
Come on, man.
But right now, I feel like a 5-star recruit. And next week, I will make a commitment live on this show to a hockey team that will end up being my team.
How long did it take the Preds to tweet at you?
It was almost instantaneous.
There's your answer.
But I'm not going to be
It's
swayed.
over. You are a Predators
Are there any
fan.
crystal balls out?
You are.
There's not any crystal balls out yet. There's some NIL talk. I don't know. It's just a bunch of talk. I'm funneling that through somebody else. But I will commit National Signing Day style on this show right now to the Preds or the Canes. Somebody would have to come in with a great offer to be able to get me to look elsewhere. I've had the Lightning, a little communication there. The Red Wings.
What is your NIL deal numbers wise need to look?
We're not going to disclose that.
Ballpark.
It has to be public knowledge.
Anything six?
Anything six.
Good for you.
6 figures up. But I'm going to commit live. It's the Preds or the Canes. So the question now is, am I the type of recruit? Because I feel like I'm at least a 4-star, possibly 5-star, depending on which ranking system you're looking at. Am I the guy that wants to go away from home to school? Mm-hmm. I'm in Nashville. Preds are in the backyard. I got the towel in my car. Fan appreciation night.
They gave you that.
They gave me that.
And a gift card.
And a gift card.
And a gift card. Do I want to go away from home to play? Do I want to go to Carolina? Do I want to change the scenery? Maybe there's some bad influences. I don't know. You want to get out. We'll make the decision. Booster Club, whether it's YouTube, Daily Wire, tell me. Where do you guys think I should go? Right now, if I had to say a leader, on 3 if you're listening, Hokinson if you guys are listening.
Crystal ball.
Right now, the leader's the Preds.
Wow. Okay.
Right now, they're leading. But again, I've got a week into my decision.
We don't want any front-running Frankies on here. Carolina's excellent.
I've had an official visit to the Preds. Maybe I need to take an official visit to the Canes. I don't know.
What's the worst team in the NHL?
The worst team in the NHL.
Dude, the Flyers are pretty bad, which is sad to say.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
The Flyers are pretty bad. Ever since Ed Snyder's gone. But I do want to say I'm totally into it now, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm going to go ahead and bring Cone and Blaine in, even though they've already been in. But I like saying that on
First of all, man, playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey. I'm here for it. Yeah. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm like y'all. I'm from the South. I'm from South Georgia. Hockey was like a thing that was on ESPN every now and then between the hole-in-one.
I'd see the goals on SportsCenter.
Exactly. You see, sometimes they'd be in the top 10, and I'm like, man, King Griffey's home run and catch wasn't in the top 10. It was this goal instead. Then I went to Michigan, and I realized, okay, this is as big of a deal as the football team.
Oh, bro,
they love it.
It's nuts.
And then I was like, wait, you're being just as physical as the football players, but you're skating on ice? This is legit.
Can I be a little bit of a Debbie Downer here?
I'm shocked. Go ahead.
A little bit. I enjoyed.
Already, so.
I'm glad they covered for you yesterday. Oh, sorry. But I enjoyed watching hockey, especially last night. Exactly where I'm from, hockey wasn't a thing. The only hockey fan I was the Auburn club team. That was it. Can we just fix half the time I can't see the puck?
It's hard to keep.
I can't find the puck.
Fire.
It's hard to keep the puck. It's little. It's not like a basketball.
Rapid fire.
Like, I don't know if we need to fly a drone in there to follow the puck around. Maybe
cool.
A wire camera.
What would be sick if like
they do at football games, but I couldn't find the puck half the game.
You know how they do shot tracer for golf?
Yeah.
Why don't they just have like a tracer on the puck? You can see on TV. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see it when you're there, but put it on because it is hard to see, especially if you're not right close to the TV.
I could not see. I just saw myself trying to watch people hit each other. That's what I did. Maybe that's the football fan in me, but I couldn't find the puck so much. I would just try to watch people just hit.
That's a great segue because there's only one team right now that's 2-0. The Hurricanes, like you were saying. Pull up this Hurricanes clip.
Yeah, let's run the clip.
I want you boys to watch this hit right here.
Oh, I was super excited
and tell me your thoughts about it. Run this, please.
Oh, this is when he catches them behind the goal.
Get your head up.
Boom! Welcome to the show.
That's a clean hit.
Why is that not okay? Why is that not a penalty?
Because
he could see him. It wasn't blindside.
He didn't leave his feet, and he went through his chest.
Okay.
He went through his chest.
So
that's
if
a
he hit
clean
him from
hit
the
in
side, that would have been a penalty.
If he hit him in the back for sure.
Back
and
for
if he
sure.
lunged and left his feet, no matter what, I believe a penalty is.
One of the Bruins last night got a penalty for hitting a guy in the back.
Gotcha.
This game was just fighting.
I love it.
Tone setting.
This game was just fighting the whole.
I love it.
Boston, you're down 3-1, and every time I'd look up and watch this game, they'd have like 3 guys in.
Well, one thing I've really noticed is most of the fights take place when there's like a stoppage and everybody's by the goal. Like apparently, if you get close to the other team's goal,
that's
boom,
chest,
that's
man.
clean. That's clean in football.
His stick broke too in his hand.
That's clean in football. That's a clean football.
You caught him across the middle.
Come on, man. Who doesn't want to watch that?
No,
it's great stuff. I'll be honest with you. I was 100% wrong growing up, just dismissing it. I can't get enough of it.
Now, if you had gone 0-2 in your picks yesterday,
I'd still be. I'd still because it's good when I'm watching the game. Mm-hmm. And I know what my bets are, but I forget that I even have anything on it because I'm enjoying watching the game. That's how you know. Booster Club, what are they saying? We got hockey fans in there, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what wild hit for you as well, right?
Oh,
we have a wild clip too. Play that whenever you want.
All right, that'll be cut 27 in the booth. Let's go and play it. Cut 27. Wild Blues.
Hat trick action here.
Yeah, this was nasty.
Little Hattie.
Little Hattie.
The Hatter.
Hattie
Alice in Wonderland. He's the Hatter.
I love the way the Wild jumped out. Look, you got a breakaway here.
Watch
got a little
this.
basketball, a little 2-on-1. Let me show you the Dragon.
That's the one thing I do like in hockey is like almost like the fast break vibe in basketball. That's what I love.
To me, it's almost like 4 sports combined into one.
Yeah.
It's like football, soccer, basketball. I mean, really, and you could name another sport, but those are 3 right there. But again, the Wild jumped out to an early lead. Here's what I'm thinking in the betting. Okay, when I'm betting on this hockey stuff. It's just like the NBA.
On home teams?
No, well, it depends on what happens after game 1. So if you're the home team for the first 2 games of the playoff and you lose that first game, it's basically do or die that second game. You've got to win it. So if you look, last night I went with the Canes because I do think the Canes are the best team in that series. They're better than the Bruins. I think we saw it last night. I think we saw it in game 1. But the Wild, like the Panthers tonight, there's a reason they're such a heavy favorite. They're a lot heavier favorite than they were game 1 because it is basically a must-win. And I know one of us, or maybe 2 of us, may have it on a bet, maybe not.
We'll get to that.
We'll see. But if a team loses that first game at home in the series, or a team is down 2-0 that went on the road and lost 2 to that home team, I'm going to take the new home team the first game or the same home team the second game to be able to get it back because it's a must-win. So like the Rangers tonight, you're down 0-1 at home. This is a must-win. This is a must-win. You got a money line. I'm not going to dive into the bets yet, but why would I not take that? You know, it's old Houdini. Hey, here's the hand. Oh, call an ambulance.
I don't think you could ever go wrong with a home playoff team.
No.
You can, and I think that goes for mostly.
No, it's a I'm not saying it's like just a hockey theory. That's like a hockey, basketball, and everything.
Well,
Absolutely.
especially any sport where you can be physical.
Yeah.
When you can pose your physicality and you've lost the previous game or the previous 2 and you have the energy of being at home. I mean, tennis, for instance, or golf. Like golf, it would help you to be on your home course, I guess. But in tennis, at some point, you know, if you're playing John Isner, he's hitting aces anyway.
You just care if it's clay
you can
or
be physical, like in hockey or in football or even in basketball to an extent. Those sports where you can be physical, that you really do have an opportunity to add that element to the game and have that affect the outcome.
Yeah, without a doubt. Blaine, Booster Club. What
Jibo762 says, be a Flyer fan. That way nobody can question you being a bandwagon fan. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Delco Dave, that's our boy. I just went on the Flyers at night, talking a little Flyers hockey.
Dave,
you know, they're going to have to call FEMA in there. It's such a disaster. But
Tempo says, hockey is fun even when you aren't a diehard fan. I'm learning that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm legitimately learning that. Cheap Trick says, Preds host the best hockey game in the league. I have a great time.
We had Baby Cone had a phenomenal time.
And overtime.
Jack Doe 1196 says, it's not a sport, boys. It's a lifestyle.
Okay,
Wow,
I can respect it. I respect the grind.
Fair enough.
I respect it.
Hudson Little said, I already said this before playoffs started, and I'm sticking by it. You heard it from me. Flame versus Panthers Stanley Cup matchup.
Flaming Dragon.
That would be, man.
It's a Flaming Dragon.
What a matchup that would be.
That'd be a hell of a matchup. You want to talk about get physical? Let's get physical, a little fill in the blank. How about
Let's
that?
do
You
it.
wanna do that?
You want to start with college football?
Do I?
Throw the fastball, coach.
David?
Never
Please.
too
Come
early.
on,
Call the
College
fastball.
football.
Please come back.
The college football team which will surprise you the most this season, boys,
Blaine first.
is
Wow.
Horns up, baby.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't believe.
I think Texas could win 9 games this year. First of all,
okay, they start with
you're
Alabama.
losing against Bama.
Okay.
You're losing, yeah.
You're losing against Bama. You're probably losing against Oklahoma. I believe in Dylan Gabriel a lot. I think that kid is extremely nice. The new transfer to Oklahoma. I mean, brand new quarterback. I've always believed in Steve Sarkisian. I know he's a coordinator from Alabama, which we could all be coordinators from Alabama and probably go to the playoffs. But I believe in Steve, his offensive system. New quarterback, Quinn Ewers, got the mullet going. I always believe it. He was throwing stuff in their spring game that looks like something real. And I know they're going to question the defense, but I feel like their offense this year and just the competition that's surrounding them will outlast, because that's mostly a defensive conference, if you really think about it.
The what? The Big 12?
The Big 12. I mean, you think
defensive
is a
conference?
let's think about it. Let's think about it. Other than Oklahoma.
They don't play any
Hold on.
defense.
Hold on. Other than Oklahoma, I mean, Oklahoma State defense, one of the best
Them
defenses
and
in
Baylor.
the nation last year.
That's it.
Kansas State, realistically, their defense. Baylor, not that good. Let's keep going through it. Iowa State.
The Big 12 is more of
Well,
the
compared
style
to the SEC, but I'm saying it's not more of a.
compared to the Big 10.
Yeah, but I'm saying I agree with that. Big Ten is more deep, but I think this year in their conference, I don't think there'll be a lot of great offenses in there, except for Texas and Oklahoma.
Well, Venable. Well, again, getting Levy was huge for Brent Venables at Oklahoma. Because, again, Brent is a defensive guy. Most defensive guys are a little bit cautious when it comes to the offensive side when they become the head coach. You remember old Nick Saban, the way they used to play, Kirby Smart, the way they used to play, even Jimbo Fisher a little bit, the way he still does it, is, not taking too many chances, not taking too many risks, playing good defense and special teams. But, and I know Jimbo's an offensive guy, but when I look at this Oklahoma team, I don't think they're going to be as good on offense. Obviously, you lose Caleb Williams, who's an absolute freak quarterback. Gabriel, I like, but the system that Lincoln ran was a very, very good and potent offensive system that took a lot of shots downfield. Not that Levy's from Ole Miss, him and Lane mixed and matched what they did offensively, obviously. I don't think Oklahoma will put up the numbers like they did last year offensively, but they'll be a lot better on defense. That's why I think they're going to beat Texas. I think they're going to be good enough on defense to slow Texas down. I don't believe in Texas on defense. I'm not worried about the offense with Steve Sarkisian. The offense hasn't really been horrible. We can go back through the offenses they've had with Ellinger and all these guys. They've scored points. That hasn't been their problem. It's stopping people on defense. That's their problem. So your surprise is Texas? I'm not going to go too far from you. My surprise, I'm going to look at the camera. I want to give a shout out to Daniel Fair, our buddy Ty Richardson, all the Arkansas Razorback fans out there. Arkansas, with one of the hardest schedules in the country, is going to win 10 games. They will be mentioned in the playoff going through all the way till the end. They're going to beat Cincinnati. They're going to beat BYU. Liberty's not a bad non-conference team. They're going to probably lose to Alabama, but I believe they get them at home. You look at the rest of that schedule from an SEC standpoint, home and away, Arkansas goes 10-2 this year. I said it. From all of our old fans, read the schedule. I'll tell you wins and losses, Blaine. Read the schedule.
You already said Cincinnati, right?
Dub.
South Carolina at home.
Dub.
Missouri State at home.
Dub.
At A&M.
Dub.
Woo.
Wow.
Bama at home.
Loss.
State on the road.
Win.
BYU on the road.
Win.
Auburn on the road.
Win.
Liberty at home.
Win.
LSU at home.
Give me a win there. I said 10-2, correct? I said 10-2. I said 10-2. That's 11-1. I will say I do think Texas A&M may beat them on the road. I think Arkansas will go 10-2 or have a chance to go 11-1.
Ole Miss at home.
Okay, there we go. That's one. It's a dub. So it is.
And Missouri on the road.
Dub. So I think they lose to Bama and probably A&M, and they go 10-2.
Traylon Burks ain't there.
Hey, KJ Jefferson is.
Okay, but I mean, KJ.
I believe in KJ.
Yeah, he did get a lot better, but he has to get better through the air.
Well,
Traylon Burks ain't there to just.
I believe in Sam Pittman, and all they've done is bring in good players up front. I know they lost guys on defense. I know you lost a couple veterans. Grant Morgan, a guy we love that we had on the show all the time, a guy that I really believe in. But that Arkansas mindset, Sam Pittman has it back. They're going 10-2. They're going 10-2. Remember, I said people are going to freak out. A&M fans will be pissed off. LSU fans will be pissed off.
They lose that game, right?
To
A&M.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So they won't be that bad.
Well, A&M feels like they're next up, and I know they should. If I'm an A&M fan,
they've been next up for the next 5 years.
Well, they haven't been doing the stuff Jimbo's been doing lately. I'll give him a little bit of a break on that. But Arkansas is my surprise team to do.
Tony!
Louisiana State.
Whoa!
Wow.
Louisiana State.
LSU.
No secret. I've never been a huge Brian Kelly fan. Most that may have had more to do with Notre Dame than him.
I think so.
But at the end of the day, he went down there for a reason, right?
Yep.
Went down there for a reason. The past 2 seasons have been complete disappointment since their championship run. And they've been underperforming. Now, how they did that under Coach O, I'm not really sure. I think maybe there was some complacency. Maybe he wasn't as focused on winning as he was during that championship run. But I think there's a new mindset coming to Louisiana State. There's no way that they're as bad as they were the past 2 seasons. I know they're in the West, so we could take other teams from other conferences that have an easier route. But Louisiana State is going to be back and play high-level college football. I think it'll be this season.
It'd be great for college football. It'd be great if LSU and Arkansas were both really good.
Honorable mention, Tennessee.
I think LSU with stability is as scary as any program out there. Because what do we always say? You got to keep it what? Steady.
You know they're going to have talent.
You know they're
going to have talent. And so what can Brian Kelly do right off the bat?
Well, I think he's a guy that understands the full breadth of the program, how to operate it offensively, defensively, and all that stuff. So give me Arkansas. You're going LSU. Blaine's going Texas. It's going to get mighty interesting.
Horns up, baby.
Mighty interesting. What's next?
Next is the outcome of the physical altercation between Madison Bumgarner and this umpire would be what?
Disgusting. Let's run the clip. Here's my problem. Cut 22. Here's my problem. If you're going to check out a guy's hand for calluses or whatever, as you can see, the umpire, and I think it was there was some words exchanged between Mad Bum and the home plate umpire. Then you have the guy from the field call him over, is checking his hand, and is just looking at, not even looking at his hand. He's just staring at Madison Bumgarner. To me, this is a great example of what Blaine talks about all the time. Whether it's referees, umpires, doesn't matter. You got to take personal emotion out of it. I mean, again, the guy's wasn't even looking at his hand. If I'm Mad Bum, I'm already upset. I don't blame him for getting upset. There should be penalties for stuff like this. You can see it, but they won't. They won't do it because it's the most protected job of all time, being a referee or an official, and they make it seem so hard. And I'm almost tired of talking about it, but what, you want to know a harder job than being an umpire? How about being a single mom or a coal miner or an astronaut or a ditch digger? It's getting to the point where they are starting to think they're personalities. Angel Hernandez, you're not a personality. This guy, you're not a personality. And I can promise you this, and I'm not condoning violence, but if you threw down with Madison Bumgarner, he would rip you apart like a Mr. Potato Head. You picked on the wrong one. It's disgusting. There has to be some sort of punishment for officials. Some sort. They're like politicians. They never get in trouble for anything. It's rules for thee, but not for me. It's ridiculous.
This is all ego.
It's all ego.
You know how it goes down in the major league? Because this happens a lot when pitchers get their hands checked. They do. It goes out. Jake, put out your hand.
Yeah.
It's like this. All right.
Yeah. It's like reading Braille real quick.
You watch this dude stare into Madison Bumgarner's eyes for at least 10 seconds. Where I'm from, you get your ass beat for that. I'm sorry. You really do. This is ego. This is what the problem. You don't matter other than calling the game. You don't matter.
They shouldn't know you're there.
You don't matter. Quit thinking you do.
Here's my problem with your take on this, though, because you argued against robot umps because you like to see the arguments. We can't have these sorts of arguments. We can't have these sorts of arguments unless there is equal animus on the part of the umpire.
That's a judgment call. This is ego.
See, but it's one thing if I'm
both of them have to argue to have an argument. Not just the player can be bad.
And
that's what you said you love about the
judgment call. But that's
we can solve this with robot umps.
That's an umpire's ego.
You are out of here.
Yeah, that's an umpire's ego. That's.
I haven't
judgment calls can get argued. I'm fine with that. But having a guy having a huge ego, thinking you matter more than what you actually matter, is when I do have a problem.
Yeah, two things, and I want to get off of it. One. You don't stare the guy down while you're supposedly looking at his hand like you're trying to teach Helen Keller how to say water. That's what it looked like to me. I haven't seen somebody try and do that much to somebody else's hand while they looked at him since they tried to teach Helen Keller how to communicate. That's a story for another day.
Is she real?
Old Helen Yeller.
How'd she write a book?
Helen Yeller.
Oh, you're going down a rabbit hole.
How'd she write a book?
Here.
Tell me how she wrote a book.
It is a good question. It's a legitimate question. But the second thing is, you wanted to throw him out.
Yes.
You wanted to throw him out. And even if the player knew he was getting tossed, that's not how it goes down. If you're going to argue, argue. If I'm going to check your hand, check your hand. But that's not the way it should go down.
Next one, let's go to the NFL. We just had the draft.
Yep.
I want to know, next year's NFL Rookie of the Year will be who?
Ooh, Blaine, who do you got? I know who I got.
Give me Jameson Williams.
Man!
Give me Jameson Williams because
I knew you were going to do it.
I think he will have. He's realistically the greatest weapon on that team. I already think he's better than the run back from Georgia, and I think his big plays will be him just flying by people.
They haven't had something that well put together since they put together the Ford trucks out there.
Yeah, so I'd go J-Mo.
Ford
Give me
cars,
J-Mo.
whatever it's
Give me
called.
J-Mo.
You're going J-Mo?
Yep.
Give me Sauce.
Okay.
Give me Sauce.
Love that.
Defensive side of
Love
the
that.
ball, man.
I think he's. I really
best corner.
Think he's him and Stingley. Sauce to me is a little more dynamic than Stingley is. Just a little bit, because I think he's
size.
The length to me is what does it. Like the size, the weight isn't as big of a deal to me at corner as the length is. The length is the difference. Stingley is unbelievable getting in and out of breaks, moving. Sauce is too. But Sauce to me can absolutely lock you down in man. And he's also a really, really good boundary corner in zone. If you want to run two or trap to the boundary or stuff like that, I just think his instincts are phenomenal around the ball. Now, he can't find where to go once he gets drafted, but that's not what they're signing you for. You got lost going up to the thing to shake Roger Goodell's hand. But sometimes.
Why wasn't anybody guiding him to?
I don't know. That was not a good look.
Like, how is nobody guiding?
That was Peyton Manning.
If that was Greg Sankey, that would have never happened.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Would have never happened.
Or Dana White.
Or Dana. You
make it to the octagon. I'm going Chris Olave.
Okay.
Here's why. Now, did the Saints reach
great helmets?
Great helmets.
Saints reach for him to be determined. But it's another Ohio wideout they have on that team, Michael Thomas, get a lot of attention. Remember when the Falcons had Julio Jones? They drafted Calvin Ridley. Yep. Calvin Ridley balled. Had more touchdowns than Julio.
Yep.
Right? I think Michael. There's a lot of great offensive weapons on the Saints, and Jameis Winston is more than comparable in terms of getting the ball out. I mean, they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
He ain't afraid to throw it.
Not going to win the Super Bowl with him. He's going to throw a lot of routes. Chris Olave is going to catch a lot of them. I think he'll be Rookie of the Year.
Fun fact about me: we played Jameis in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
At Spanish Fort? How'd that go?
What?
Okay. Fun fact:
28-3.
Statesboro played Cam Newton the year after I left.
How'd that go?
They lost because I said
Well, they played
After you left. Oh, obviously.
Well, yeah, of course.
What are we talking about?
You versus Cam, we all know. We all know.
All right, last one on the fill in the blank. Week 1 in the NFL, Baker Mayfield will be starting at quarterback for which team?
Oh. Not going to say the Seahawks now. You know, I mean, they got Geno and Drew Lock. I mean, I've seen some people talk about, if I'm the Giants, why not? Why not? But they're not going to do it, even though they didn't pick up Daniel Jones' 5th option. Panthers took Matt Corral. Don't think you're going to see it there. Blaine, what do you feel? Steelers, no. Kenny Pickett?
Give me the Houston Texans.
It's got it really. Texans default, really.
Give me the Texans.
Look, I'm starting to think it's the Cleveland Browns.
They've got to
think it's the Cleveland Browns.
They've got to do something.
Cleveland Browns, I think
they'll release
there's going to be a minimum 10-game probably suspension for Deshaun Watson, maybe the full season. We don't know yet. We're after the draft already. We go somewhere else in 2023 or in the middle of the season. But I'm asking for week 1.
You think Baker Mayfield plays a snap for the Cleveland Browns?
I think he'll be the week 1 starter at this point. Looking like it. I'm not saying what should happen. I'm saying what it's looking like.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off.
Want some booster questions?
Yeah, is that it for fill in the blank?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
but we do have a play bench cut in a minute. So.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're ready for that. GJ Tamina asks, do you think Alabama is landing the Pittsburgh receiver with an insane NIL deal?
It's Alabama till it's not.
That's true.
Here's the way I handle college football recruiting, especially in the transfer portal. For the elite guys, it's Bama, Georgia, and Ohio State until it's not. That's the best way to go about it. It'll probably be Bama. He's out there throwing passes with Bryce Young. It'll probably be Bama, and they'll go from losing J-Mo and these guys on the outside, Mechie, and they'll just replace them with the freaks, Harrell from Louisville. I mean, who's faster than a bullet train from Elon. So, look, it's Bama until it's not. Let's just be honest. Let's just look each other in the eyes, shake each other's hands, and let's be honest. It's Bama until it's not. And you know what? He'd probably be smart for doing it. Working out for a lot of guys. A lot of guys made a lot of money. So, all right, you want to go play one, bitch, one, cut one?
You tell me.
You want to do it after?
Let's do it.
Let's do it after. Booster Club, Blaine.
All right, Boring Florida Man says Texas is back. You heard it here first.
I've heard that here 93,000 times in the past 4 years. Until they stop somebody on defense, then you can come talk to me.
Okay, 2 things here. One, apparently they tried the hockey puck view or the puck view in the 90s, and everyone hated it.
Okay.
So I don't know how they did. I'm just talking.
What do you mean puck view? Like it was in the puck?
I don't know. But I'm talking about what you see at football games, that overhead view.
I don't want to take Dramamine.
That overhead view.
The sky cam.
Like the shot tracer like golf.
Okay, no, I'm talking like almost sky camish, right? Where you can follow from above.
Are you saying what they tried or what you think they should?
I think they should do.
Okay.
So they tried the shot tracer?
In the 90s, I believe. Yeah.
Well, we got new technology now. Let's try it again. I'm asking to try it one more again.
Scaly Manfest says the Big 12 plays a lot of defense compared to the Pac-12. This is the only thing I'm saying. I just think the defense will be a little bit better this year, and I don't think the offense will be as good.
This jacket plays defense.
I just don't think the offense will be as good.
No, I don't think you're crazy saying that. And I agree with you with Dave Aranda at Baylor. They've totally changed the identity of how they play at that program.
Team.
Mike Gundy, who went from he's a quarterback, offensive guy, Oklahoma State, throwing up crazy points, to now, they couldn't score points being the, kid in class always raises his hand.
All right, Bubbly Gut says Nebraska surprises this year just because college football needs them to be good.
I hope
you're right,
pick, man. I hope you're right. Because we were talking about who's on the hot seat most. I said Scott Frost. Well, it's clear because they put an ultimatum on him. But, man, if not him, who? If not him, who's going to turn Nebraska around?
You know, you almost said his name. It's not who. It's
not
Hugh.
a Frost to a Freed.
It's not who. It's Hugh. You go from a Frost to a Freed.
All right, Sister Rick
that's
said,
funny.
I'd watch out for BYU. They can surprise some folks.
Oh, listen, they're in it together, and they're all 30 years old. I mean, you got,
They
you know,
play
what do I
Georgia
say? What do I say, you know, for the kids that are older and bigger than everybody?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're 6'6" in the 5th grade. I mean, you're taller than most of the dads.
That's BYU. I mean, y'all are having to pay mortgages and got 3 kids. I mean, y'all drive to work with a tumbler and coffee in the morning, get ready to go play. Other guys are, you know, just trying to make it.
Yeah. Head above water situation.
Drinking Evan Williams and hanging out late. What else, Blaine?
All right, producer Justine thinks her NC State Wolfpack is going to be pretty good this year.
Hey.
Look, if you want to take a team to win a division, like, and get some bang for your buck, NC State's not a bad bet right now, and I don't think they're going to do anything really worthwhile. I think Dave Doran is one of the most underrated coaches in the country. I don't think he's got enough credit outside of the NC State administration, who gave him an extension, and I believe he's the highest paid coach in NC State history, and he should.
While we're on North Carolina, how about Wake again this year? Wake was good last season.
You got Hartman. I just wonder which NFL running back's going to transfer this time.
Yeah, imagine them with Kim.
Hartman's nice, man. I really like their offensive system. No,
I do too. It's different.
Their delay in the handoff as a defensive coordinator.
It's you know what we call that? You know, you have the zone read.
Yeah.
That's the zone read.
Yeah.
Read.
All right, Moore Stevens says, Ohio State finishes second in the Big Ten East. They lost too much offensive power. They can only get them
To who?
second last season.
To who?
To who?
Say Michigan.
Tell them to say Michigan.
Look, Ohio State's winning the Big Ten, and they're going to play Bama in the national
Tell
championship.
them to say Michigan.
All right, Tiny Johnny asks, who surprises you in the Big Ten this year and who disappoints?
Who surprises us?
Let's see. Big Ten. I think Illinois is going to have a better year than what a lot of people are thinking with Bielema there. I like kind of the vibe. They had no roster when he got there. I mean, they had really basically nothing. I know Brett's not the most popular guy. I think Illinois, and good for Illinois to me, I think they could win 7 or 8. I really think they could win 7 or 8, which would be good for them. The bad surprise, Michigan is not repeating. Okay, we're going to go ahead and say that. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Ohio State just took the L to Michigan, watched Michigan play in the playoff, watched Michigan have the number 2 overall pick. I know Olave and Garrett Wilson, all those guys went early, but Michigan kind of stole that swag and a little bit of that lightning away from Ohio State. C.J. Stroud and the gang, they're going to get it back together.
It's no secret. They're coming with a vengeance.
Yeah, they're 13.
You heard Ryan Day, even after the Rose Bowl, he couldn't even concentrate on the Rose Bowl victory. He said, we were so disappointed in how our regular season ended. Don't worry, we have something for you in 2022. They are coming with a vengeance. But I'll tell you what, and it pains me to say this one too, Michigan State Spartans, man. I'm telling you, at some point, we have to recognize that they can play football, and it's not just Mel Tucker.
I'm going to go opposite.
Antonio had it good before them.
I'm going to go opposite of you. I think they're
Underperformed this year?
I think they're
fool's gold, huh?
I think they're fool's gold.
Look, I think the guy can coach, and every year they scrap their way to good wins.
They do, but I mean, they're a typical Big Ten team, but I think they're going to underachieve compared to
What do we think about Penn State? Let down? Feeling like a letdown.
Well, what do we
you lose
consider
Dotson, you lose a couple good.
Do they go to Auburn this year?
Yeah.
They go to Auburn.
They go to Auburn this year. That's fun.
I think there'll be someone let down, and hey, watch out for the Minnesota Gophers now.
I don't believe in PJ.
PJ, row the boat, baby.
I saw that on the list.
Row the boat, baby.
I mean, to do what though? To do. I think he's
Gonna
an
row it to
excellent
7
coach.
wins?
I think he's an excellent coach. I would love to play for him, but that's the question. To what? 7 wins? Is that?
I think if you're a Minnesota fan, you'll take anything above 8.
Yeah.
Sure, but even that's tough for
I
them.
think I'm going to breathe air when I get up and walk out
Long
of
as
the
the
chair.
little
Obvious.
As long as the little brown jug stays in Ann Arbor, they can win all they want over.
That's
that
true.
division.
But speaking of little brown jugs, if you want to watch or listen to the rest of the show, head over to thedailywire.com and become a member or listen on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and share it with your friends and people who aren't really your friends and you know they're not. We'll be right back with some more great stuff. Play one, bench one, cut one. Just keep the kids safe. All right, it's time for play one, bench one, and cut one from the team, not physically.
NBA Guards edition.
I like
We have
this.
2 rounds. You boys ready? First one, Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, or Luka Doncic.
Oh,
Play one, bench one, and you got to let one go.
oh, this is brutal. Give
Luka,
me-
Tatum, Ja.
I'm gonna play Ja.
Okay.
Right now, I'm gonna play Ja. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna bench Luka, and I gotta cut Jason.
I mean, at some point
I gotta
you have to
cut Jason
You have
Tatum?
to cut someone great in this list at some point.
I'm playing Ja. Just right now, and I know Luka's freaking out too. J-Tay's been he's a really good player. But I'm going to play Ja. Luka's sit on the bench, get ready to come in, stay hot, stay ready, drink some Gatorades, keep stretching. Jason Tatum, I'm going to need your playbook, dog.
Dang.
I'm going to need that.
How about you, Blaine?
All right, yeah, I'm about to piss a lot of people off. I'm gonna play Luka.
Okay.
I'm benching Tatum,
Oh,
cutting Ja.
you're cutting Ja
Cutting
Morant?
Ja, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, please, yeah.
Ja's. Let's look at this. Who's a better shooter out of the three?
Luka.
Luka. Who's second?
Tatum.
Tatum. Who's the worst? Ja. Who plays the worst defense out of the three? Ja Morant, by far. Ja Morant has been playing terrible defense most of the entire playoffs. You can look at it. So
Luka's not
Jason-
the greatest defender,
but
on the
he's
planet
not the
either.
worst. He's pretty good. And he plays against bigs most of the time, especially in this series against the Suns. Jason Tatum, elite defender. One elite defenders. So is Ja a great scorer? He is. But these other two guys are phenomenal scorers too. So the difference to me would be defense.
Yeah.
And so that's why I would cut Ja.
I think Ja's a great rebounder too, but the thing I like about Ja is Ja can play at a pace that neither one of them can play at. Ja can play at full speed the whole game. He can control the pace of the game. And from a passing standpoint, I would probably, as crazy as this sounds, say Luka is probably the best passer out of the
That's not
three.
crazy to say.
I would say Ja is the second and Tatum's the third. This is a no. There's logical answers to this three different ways, any way you want to do it. But right now, watching the way they're playing, and maybe it's the importance of Ja Morant to the Grizzlies as opposed to, and I know you're saying, all right, well, Luka with the Mavs, we know Luka is the Mavs. A little bit different with Jason Tatum and the Celtics. They got more pieces. I just love the way that Ja plays because I think he controls the pace and the style of the game. People have to adjust to Ja playing at super speed as opposed to him having to adjust to other people.
Well, people also have to adjust to Luka.
I don't say, how do you adjust Luka? It's not a speed thing with Luka.
Well, he slows everything down.
Yeah, but he's a bigger guy, too.
Change up.
So he's
Look, I have to play Luka.
he's
as
the
well.
Wainwright of Adam
I have to
Wainwright.
play Luka. I got to keep Ja on the bench, and I have to cut Jason.
Yeah,
Tatum.
I mean-
it's hard.
It's tough. We had three different ones, and you can make an argument all three
I
of
like
those are
that
correct.
case, though. I like the case you made.
That
I
is a good
appreciate
case.
that.
I like that break.
It is Thursday, so just let you know, we're still doing our trial stuff, but we want to make sure we have the best subjects. We're going to do it next Thursday because I'm going to see Cone put that wig
Oh
on.
yeah, the head-to-head.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look like
Let
Paul
us know
Revere's
in the
brother,
chat.
Saul
Let us
Revere.
know what the head-to-head debate should be next Thursday. By the way. All right, one more play bench cut NBA guards edition. Tyrese Maxey, Devin Booker, or Tyler Hero.
Oh!
Blaine,
All
who you
right,
got?
Blaine, what do you
Say
got?
that one more time.
Maxey, Booker, or Hero.
Gosh.
Oh.
I am starting Devin Booker. I am benching Maxey, and I'm cutting Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, first of all, this sucks. Tyler Hero comes off the bench, probably the sixth man of the year.
He is the sixth man of the year.
It is the sixth man of the year. Phenomenal shooter. Pretty good to finish the inside, too. I look at Devin Booker. Devin Booker, to me, is one of the best players.
Devin Booker, the pressure cooker.
History. Just if he gets hot, which he's hot most of the time, the best shooter, hands down. Plays pretty good defense, too.
I don't know. Tyler Hero's
inside out. Tyler Hero's defense.
I'm talking about
decent
shooting.
Shooting wise, I'd take Devin Booker over Tyler Hero shooting. Just right now, even in their careers, where
That's a
Devin Booker's
three-point
at
contest. I'd
right
rather watch
now,
that
for
three-point
sure.
contest.
And Tyrese Maxey, man's a problem.
He is a problem.
He isn't. How you going? I'm telling you, this dude's bag. It's like Santa on Christmas Eve. It's deep. It is extremely deep, and he plays pretty. He's handsy on defense. He can beat you anyway, and the way he can go to 100 miles, he can get to 100 miles per hour, but still adjust just like this. I tell you what, Tyrese Maxey's receiver in the NFL would be an absolute problem.
Yeah, he would.
Mine's the same. Mine's the same.
I would start Devin Booker. I think that's correct. I would bench Tyler Hero, and I would cut Maxey. You want to know why I'd bench Tyler Hero? Because he's sixth man of the year coming off the bench, Coach.
Makes sense.
He's used to it.
Fair enough
He's
on
used
that,
to
man.
it. And I will say, you want to talk about handsy? Devin Booker defensively is a lot better than what I thought he was going to be in the league. He's like me on prom night, man. Handsy as hell. You said you had the same as Blaine?
Mine's the same as Blaine. Yeah, I got that was Booker, Maxey, Hero, right?
Yeah. I think Maxey does a little more for you.
I'm
Tyler Hero's unconscious right now.
Yeah, I watched Tyler. I'm going to say this, and I don't want everybody to freak out.
I'm freaking out before you even
When
say it.
I watched Tyler Hero
man.
shoot the ball, especially from 3, it looks really similar to another elite shooter. And his name's Steph Curry. I'm not saying that Tyler Hero is Steph Curry.
Are you saying that he's Steph Curry?
What I am not saying
like you said he was.
that he is Chef Curry. What I'm saying is, if number one, the form they shoot the ball with is very, very similar. Watch the ball rotate out of Tyler Hero's hands. Like you could get a car out of the mud with it. That's how fast it's rotating. And it's just pure. It's one of those where when it goes in, it's not like dunk, 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 and goes in. It's like scoop, straight in.
What's going on with your boy James Harden, man?
Why you got to bring that up?
Every day he just has.
Why you got to bring that up? I told you guys, he's not. Without Joel, it's erroneous on all counts.
He can't take over a game?
No.
I thought he was a superstar.
Throughout his career, James Harden has shown you he can be a superstar. You
Is he a
disagree with that?
superstar right now?
Is he playing at a superstar level?
Is James
Right now,
Harden a
no.
superstar?
Right now, is he playing at a superstar level? Are we going to talk about everything he's ever done in his career up to this point?
I'm talking about right now.
Right now, no, he's not playing like a superstar. Joel Embiid was put on a team.
I said you said James Harden was going to ball in the playoffs.
I did, and he was playing pretty well because Joel Embiid was in the game. That's a big deal when Joel Embiid goes out of the game. If I want to drive home, it's a pretty big deal if you take the engine out of my car. It's going to be really tough for me to drive home. I'm going to have to Fred Flintstone it, and I don't want to do that. I got bad ankles. They look good, but they're worn out and they're old. It's like Louis C.K. said, this is just how you are now. Like there's nothing to fix it. If I was like a 22-year-old athlete, like going the pros, then they could fix it. But this is just me now.
It's just you.
Just my ankle now.
It's just you.
All right, Boring Florida Man asks, will the 76ers get swept?
They say that Joel's feeling
Get your
better.
brooms out. Get your brooms out.
If Joel Embiid doesn't come back, yes, they're going to get swept like the living room of my house.
Yeah, man. Marty Huggins about to come out.
Yeah, you better bring him.
It's a mess, boy.
When you dropped that Marty Huggins line, was it the first get off my lawn?
It was.
That was pretty good.
That was funny.
That was pretty good.
Hunter says Harden is overrated.
Okay.
Harden looks
What do we mean by overrated? Because all everybody does is just diss him the whole time. Like, I think I'm the only person that believed that James Harden was going to have a really good playoffs when Joel Embiid, who was legitimately a brontosaurus, was in the game. Now he's not. If he comes out for game 3, I think they win both at home. I think they beat the Heat twice at home. If he doesn't, they may win one at home and then go back and get their pants pulled down in Miami, and not in the good way.
All right, Crane Crazy CPS says, name a sport that is harder to play than hockey. You play the fastest sport on your feet. You're a deadly weapon on your feet. You can hit people. You play on the hardest surface in sports. Your hand-eye coordination has to be elite. And if you have all your teeth, you're around bad hockey players.
Like Quidditch.
UFC.
That's the only one, maybe, being up in the air. Yeah,
UFC, because you're legitimately fighting another human being. Like, just the whole time.
Other than that, man, hockey.
Well, like I said, like if I'm like the NHL, it's got to be a much smaller pool of referees to pick from, because it's not like Major League Baseball. Like, hey, okay, you can bend down and you can see good. All right, football, got to be able to run. You know, a lot of those refs are jacked and wear really way too tight shirts. In hockey, I am so impressed that it's not just like kids falling down the whole time. I can only imagine what Pee Wee hockey is. Like kids learning how to skate, it has to be a disaster.
Hilarious.
Like an absolute disaster. It's just people just sliding on the ice the whole time. But if you're a referee, you're able to watch and skate like that. That's why I would think every referee would have to be like a former, like, legitimate hockey player, like just to be able to move, or figure skater. But I don't want my hockey referee doing like pirouettes in the middle, like calling he's like doing the spinning thing when he calls a penalty.
Show us.
Oh, they have Ryan Yamaguchi as the new referee. You're going to see him. Hold on. He's going to do the twisted banana, whatever they call him. I don't know.
All right, Jimbo Eagles said he would play job, bench Tatum, and release Luka.
Release?
It's a bold statement.
Oh,
Wow.
Luka's a witch.
Tempo said he'd play job, bench Tatum, and cut Luka.
Why does everybody hate Luka? Hit it.
Hudson Little
He's a
says, Blaine,
witch.
you are high to cut Ja. I don't think so.
Y'all not cutting Luka. That's wild. Like you in Minnesota.
Favorite, Crane Crazy wants to know, favorite flavor of Chex Mix?
There's different flavors?
Wait,
Like
what?
Chex Mix?
And then like spicy, and then...
I like the honey roasted stuff. Just, I don't like, what are those chips? Gardettos, whatever type of Slytherin food you're eating. What are those? Like the Gardettos. Isn't that what you get, Blaine? Don't you like that?
Yeah, it's just like that one piece of
That brown, stale piece of chip.
That stuff is so fire.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh man.
Almost.
Boring Florida says he would never cut Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. I got so many chains.
Rye
They
chips.
call me
I think that's what they're
Channing
called.
Tatum.
Rye chips.
Rye chips.
Rye chips.
Ugh, buy chips. Ugh, disgusting.
Jimbo Eagle says head-to-head debate make the subject about expanding professional baseball teams in the Southeast.
Oh, expanding like. Adding?
Oh, you know what? That's a good segue to Thursday trivia. Actually,
That is. We got Thursday trivia.
Due to Blaine's
Beautiful.
attire today. Thanks for not covering Yankees.
Disgusting.
I have a MLB trivia question here.
Oh no. Do you know the answer?
I do.
Okay.
Good.
Make it multiple choice.
That always makes it better when you actually know the answer.
What was the original name of the Yankees? Was it the Dodgers, the Giants, the Orioles, or the Highlanders?
Orioles.
Give me the options again.
Dodgers,
Oh my God, I should
Giants,
know this.
Orioles, or Highlanders? The original
Giants.
name of the Yankees.
Giants.
Giants. And you're going Orioles?
Yeah.
Orioles.
Come on!
Here's the
He
explanation.
didn't know.
Come
that.
on! True Yanks fan.
Explanation. In 1901, the club began play as the Baltimore Orioles. No relation to the modern Orioles. I don't know how. Yeah, that's weird. The team was later purchased, moved to New York City, and then renamed the Highlanders after that. And the Highlanders were officially renamed the Yankees in 1913.
Well, now everybody just got a little smarter.
Just one?
And I got a little more pissed off.
Just one?
Oh, I only had one.
Okay.
That's a
You can
good
ask
one.
me. Yeah, you can ask.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of that,
I asked you one. Who was the first Yankee to win the home run derby?
Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Yes!
Yes!
He did it, guys.
Double yes. Hey, I do want to show this clip.
Oh,
We always talk about, right, all ball, no politics, all that stuff. Sports supposed to bring us together. Look at this moment. Blue Jays playing the Yankees from the other night. This is what sports is about. The guy catches a home run ball, he's a Blue Jays fan, and gives it to a young Yankees fan who literally starts bawling and crying. Like, this is what sports is about. Can we get back to this? I'm tired of hearing about Colin Kaepernick crying all the time and everybody crying about money and all this other stuff. This is what sports is about. That's what it's about. He meets Aaron Judge. You made that whole kid's year.
He'll remember that for
the rest of his life.
I saw someone on Twitter put a tweet out.
Where it's backwards?
Rewinded the video and it's like some disgusting fan took a ball from a kid.
Yeah.
Played it
If you rewind the
backwards
video, it
on
looks like he
Twitter.
takes the ball away from the kid. But this is what sports is about. This, to me, is what sports is about. You can cheer for other teams.
absolutely.
You can hate another team. But at the end of the day, sports should unite us, not divide us. And that's a great example of how it does. But you had trivia questions, each one of you. I've got a joke. And it's really not that bad.
Okay.
Okay, so
I would hope
producers,
not.
are we going to be happy today? Am I going to hear about how the jokes aren't bad? No, I'm not. Haven't heard anything in my ear yet, so I think it's a good sign. Here's a joke for you guys. Blaine, you try to answer first, and you answer second.
Okay.
Why don't you don't have that paper, do you? Because you cheated the other day.
I didn't cheat. What paper?
You cheated. You read the answer to the joke.
I don't get the big bucks like you. I don't get
Yeah, you
papers.
do. Why don't any NFL players wear glasses?
It's a contact sport.
You looked at it.
What?
You looked at it.
What?
You looked at it.
Oh, that's the
I've known you your
easiest
whole
dad
life.
joke in the world.
No. I've known you your
Give me
whole
my
life. You
respect.
cheated.
Contact.
I
Give
would
me my
like.
respect.
I would like to open an
Give
investigation
me my respect.
into the last minute and a half of what just happened.
Give me my respect.
In no way, shape, or form will I ever believe you just got that off the rip like that. I just won't do it.
I didn't have to dive deep to figure that one out.
I feel like you had to put the scuba gear on for that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll never go scuba diving.
Get down. I won't either.
Refuse.
It's like I say, I don't go deep in the woods or deep in the water.
Unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
All right. Do we get into greatest ever before we get back to the Boots Club?
Greatest ever.
Do we decide
Greatest
what we
ever.
wanted to do?
I
Greatest-
literally just found this out before the show that we were even doing this.
Greatest candy ever. It can be
Okay.
candy bar.
Very
it can
important
be-
question,
it's
though.
Very.
Is it? Are we including chocolate, or is chocolate? Is this like a
All of it.
candy
All of it.
sugar situation?
All of it. Whatever your favorite candy is. I know what yours is. Go ahead and tell everybody what yours is.
It's Reese's Cups. I'm sorry. Whoever,
It's up there.
I mean, inventing electricity, it's great. You know, the engine. But whoever made Reese Cups is a savant and should be celebrated throughout time. When it's 3,000 and whatever, 1,000 years from now, I don't want them to remember Michael Jordan. I don't want them to remember LeBron James.
This guy,
or
man.
Thomas Edison, or Benjamin Franklin. I don't want them to remember that. I want them to remember the guy who invented Reese Cups. Because that.
Can we look that up?
I will look it up.
Look up who his name is. I'm gonna tell you what the best candy is. I'll tell you what the worst candy is first. Peeps.
Peeps.
Peeps. Put all the Peeps on a rocket ship and just send them somewhere else. It's
I got it right here,
disgusting
fellas,
candy.
if
Go
y'all
ahead,
want it.
Blaine. What is it?
It's Harry Burnett Reese.
Reese?
Reese's peanut butter cups were created by Harry Burnett in 1928.
1928.
It'll live forever.
It'll live forever.
It'll live forever.
1928.
So no Peeps.
No Peeps. Best candy.
Licorice sucks.
Licorice is the worst. Ugh.
That's not even candy to me.
Yeah. It's got to be Snickers.
Snickers.
It's got to be Snickers. You got
Why
the
wait?
chocolate.
You have to have.
Wait, what? Well, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say your jokes.
You
Make
need
your
the.
jokes.
No. I don't like nuts in general, peanuts, any of that. But like, do you have to have the vein on the Snickers? Or are you a no vein guy?
What? I
You
don't
know,
want
like
my
the
Snickers to
vein?
be alive.
No, like the vein on the Snickers.
Oh, like going over the top of it?
Yeah.
I don't want to answer this. I got a feeling I kind of know where you're trying to go with this.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I like Snickers. How about that? It's my favorite
Nothing
candy.
wrong with Snickers.
Nothing wrong
Nothing wrong
with
with a good
nice old vein in that Snickers.
Look, the answer is Reese's, but I can't be like Blaine. And plus, candy to me, since we didn't say candy bar,
It's candy. It's in general.
then I'm going to go Sweet Tarts. I'm going to go Sweet Tarts.
Really? You're a sweet
Yeah,
tart. God, you're
Sweet
such
Tarts.
a Squirtle guy.
You're such a squirrel.
You're such a squirrel guy.
Who is Squirtle?
You know who's
What is
I'm about to pull him up.
We're gonna pull up Squirrel and then let's show you because you are
So by
judged.
seeing him, I'm going to be able to know what a
You are
Squirtle-
judged in this life by whether you chose Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander. That is how I
There he
judge
is,
you.
Dave.
There he is. You're a Squirtle guy.
right here, man.
Okay, but that doesn't tell me anything about his personality.
Yeah, it does.
or why I'm
Look
Squirtle.
Yeah, it does.
Look at the skin tone.
He looks like Pikachu.
What did you just say?
He doesn't look like Pikachu's yellow.
Okay, but well,
You're a Squirtle guy.
I don't
Dude,
understand.
you know how dope it is to be a squirrel
Dude,
guy?
that's a good thing. Look at
Okay,
Squirtle
It's
guy.
so dope to be a squirrel
How did y'all
guy.
get it? I was-
At least if I would have called you a Bulbasaur guy, then you should.
Then you should have been upset. If you were a
It's a good
Bulbasaur
thing.
guy,
upset. It's a good thing.
Booster Club, tell me in the chat. Is this a
Charmander's
good
the best
thing?
Squirtle, second
Is
Bulbasaur.
Squirtle a good thing or not? If they
You're a Squirtle guy.
they may not know either. They may not.
Oh, they know. They know.
Cone, everyone knows but you.
Everybody knows.
Am I the
but you.
only one who doesn't know anything about?
Hey,
Pokemon?
put a poll out earlier. You want the?
Yeah, real quick.
Now look at it.
Get over to the board of success,
All right.
failure, and injury.
I said, Booster Club, you like your margs with ... Salt or no salt?
I'm not Cyclops. I can't look all the way. I'm
that's
going to
the
say
poll?
salt 64%.
Salt 63%.
Salt 58%.
Man, I knew
No
it was
salt,
under 60.
42%.
I knew it. I didn't think it was going to be that close, though.
Now let me know who Squirtle is.
I didn't think, yeah. You
also,
do. It's
one more thing we have to talk about is Milky Way Midnight.
Not a fan.
Huh?
No,
the
nuts.
Midnight one?
No,
Milky Way Midnight?
no peanuts in it or anything. It's just, I don't like it.
How about-
I'm not a Milky Way
how
guy.
about-
Not a Three Musketeers guy either. I don't want to
Hey,
bite into air.
Spoon on here said Twizzlers, fight me.
I will, please. Please come up here. If you like Twizzlers, I feel like Twizzlers is what they give you right when you show up to hell. Like, here's all the food
that
items.
Wow.
Wow.
Red. It's
Wow.
disgusting.
All right, let me run through these real quick. Samson 7 Smiles says Milk Duds. Bucky the Badger says Skittles. We had a lot of Reese's before that.
Skittles is
JD Brave says Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids goes hard.
Jimbo Eagle says Left Twix, baby. Texas Ed says Hot Take Smarties. DW Addy
Oh, you
says,
and Cone can just go hang
DW
out.
Addy says I love Peeps. Jake, stop it right now.
Peeps are so gross. They're gross.
BJPS says Starburst. Jelly Beans.
Ooh.
Jibo 762 says Hershey's chocolate. Hershey's is so good.
It's base, but
Plain chocolate is so good.
maybe most underrated.
Jimbo Eagle, the big Reese's Cups with Reese's Pieces
Peanut
in the middle.
M&Ms.
No, do not put Reese's Pieces in the Reese's Cup. That thing is beautiful and pure as it is.
You're pure.
Don't mess with it.
But do
purist.
you like Reese's Pieces separately?
Yes.
Okay.
But don't put them in the Reese's Cup.
I can get on board with
Let me ask you this, Cone. If you put Reese's Pieces in a Reese cup,
that. It's very meta.
no, what I'm saying
It's a
is,
meta Reese's.
hold on. You put Reese's Pieces into a Reese's cup. The Reese's Pieces are now part of the Reese's cup, right?
Are Dippin' Dots candy?
So how the hell is the Buckeye sticker on the helmet not part of the helmet?
Because those go on the
Are Dippin'
inside.
Dot- is
Those
Dippin'
things go on the
Dots candy?
inside.
Dippin' Dots is ice cream.
Ice cream?
Dippin' Dots is ice cream.
Dippin' Dots are good.
They are
Dude,
good.
Better than ice cream.
They are good. Speaking of what else is good, the Board of Community and Justice.
He's gonna be so
Community.
happy. He's gonna be so happy going up here.
Community and
Ooh,
Justice.
he's walking a little
It's your
taller.
month,
today.
baby.
Look
It's your
at
month.
that.
Hey.
Walking mighty
Hey.
tall, running
Nice
away
boxers,
with it.
kid.
Look
Oh,
at him
thanks,
running
bud.
away with the month, Blaine.
Running away with it.
All right.
Have you planned your speech?
Have you written it yet?
You know what? Honestly, I'm sick of the bullying. I'm about to call Melania Trump.
The bullying.
I'm sick of the bullying that goes on here.
Man.
Sometimes a little bullying's good for you.
Papa,
Here's what we got.
Papa Link 90 says Jake likes a nice vein on his Snickers.
Wow. Hey, got Dave Chappelle, everybody. Dave Chappelle. Here's what we got. Yesterday went 2-0. Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it.
You're talking
Expected
about
it. Blaine just, you know what?
I'll stop. My bad.
But Blaine,
My
you
bad.
start calling Blaine DB Cooper. You want to know why? Someone can hijack anything.
Ask him
get away
this.
with it.
Ask him a question. The only pick all of us missed collectively yesterday, including Baby Cone, was who? Ask him that. The only pick we missed.
Who was the only pick we missed yesterday?
Who made that pick?
Me. And who was it? Who lost yesterday that cost us a perfect night?
Yankees.
Yes.
The New York
I'm not hurt by that. They're on 11
The
game.
New
They're on
York
11 game
Orioles.
win streak.
Not anymore.
That's
The
fine.
New York
Keep playing
Orioles
good, baby.
cost us.
Keep playing good. Keep playing good.
Yeah, you lost to the Orioles. Used to be called the Orioles. You
I'll
basically
never
beat
trust
yourself.
you again.
Hey, will you quit talking about how you're going to win this month? Keep it going.
I'm not. I've never said that. Here's what I got today. Sick of your insolence. I was just like Austin Powers, where like on the chairs,
The red
like
button?
Dr. Evil, I could just hit the red button on Blaine. Ah! All right, here's what I got. Rangers. I'm going with my theory here. You're down 1-0. You're at home.
Yep.
It's a must win. So what I did for the Wild yesterday, I got a money line that's minus 159. New York, whatever. And I hate to do this. Still deciding between the Preds and the Canes, but we're trying to make money here. This isn't about friendships. Okay? Give me the Avs, who are just on fire right now. I mean, hit them with a fire extinguisher. Give me the Avs minus 1.5 at home against the Preds. Let's just lose by 2 or more in this one. That's regroup, come back home, and I'm going to make my decision, which we all know is way more important than the playoffs. Cone, what do you got?
Look, I don't mind that. You're still a Preds fan, but at the end of the day, you got to get your pick right.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
understand
see who I'm a fan of. I understand
Look.
what you're going with. You're assistant coaching for the Preds right now. I like that.
Yeah, look, Jose
Like-
Barrios is on the mound for the Jays
Yep.
tonight. Give me them in the first 5 minus a half run. That's going off at minus 110.
Yup.
And then I want the Panthers. What was your theory again?
You lost the first one at home. You got to come back like Jordan.
And you averaged over 4 goals a game in the regular season. You were the President's Cup, the President's Trophy winner,
Yep.
right?
That's where regular season.
Give me the Panthers minus a goal and a half. It's going off at plus 100. We're going to find out, Blaine.
Little dog action.
We're going to find
Yeah.
out. Impose that physicality like we were talking about at home, even the series, and then you go on the road and we'll figure it out.
I love that. I love when you look at me in the eyes and get really loud about your picks. I enjoy it. But Cone, first thing before I give you my picks, look what you will turn into.
That's Blastoise.
Turn into
That's what you turn into.
What
So
is-
it's
who
a
is that?
compliment.
That's
Bulbasaur?
that's the evolution of
That's the
Squirtle.
evolution of
You're
Squirtle.
evolving,
Blastoise.
baby.
So why am I not him?
Because you got to grow.
You got to grow.
You got to grow. You're still growing.
You're still growing.
In
And that's
what?
crazy for you because you're 8 feet tall.
I
Exactly.
think you turn into like War Turtle next or something.
I can't
And then go Blastoise, but dog. Top 5 Pokemon right there.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You should be excited about
All right, back to my picks.
I wish I-
Hey, 2-0 yesterday. Great
Good job. Good
Congrats,
job.
Jake. Cone. Steady.
Steady.
Gotta keep it steady. That's what I'm going with. Hey, hate both these picks, but you know what? I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go Preds Avs over 1.5 for the first period.
Okay.
You know, the Avalanche scored like 47 goals last time in the first period. I believe they were like 4-0.
Whoa.
They're like 4-0 in like 10 minutes in.
Yeah, they
It was
jumped.
5-0 in the first
They
period.
jumped. The
Yeah,
Preds
that's
turned the
5-0 in
corner.
first.
and
It was bad.
the
I'm
Avs
taking
just jumped them.
Houston money line at home versus the Detroit Tigers. I'm starting to like home teams in the MLB.
Who's on the mound for? Wait, you have Houston?
Houston.
Who's throwing for?
Lefty.
The guy who pitched in the.
It's not that good. His ERA is not that good.
Eucharis.
He's
gonna show up
his
today.
name? I forgot.
I can't remember his name, but he's decent. His ERA is not terrible, but I like the lineup. Bregman and all those guys for Houston.
right.
They're solid. So
We'll
I'm saying
see,
that
and then-
3-3. I'm saying all right.
Baby Cone. 4-0 in the
your
month.
son's
6-0
going
overall.
I don't want to.
Something's in the water at the
want
Cone
to
house.
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. These next 2
How's
picks
he
are
feeling?
crucial. He's feeling good. He's feeling good. He walks in every day with a 0-0 mentality.
I love that.
Just
You
like
know,
Papa.
Get to work. We got to get on the Hall of Fame board. 6-0, 2 left to go.
Cone, you know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
I think we do this right
It's
here.
time.
I think we do this right here into this camera. So now that I'm officially down with hockey, Cone, who's been officially down with hockey, is going to knight me into the hockey fandom club.
Now, this is a Maple Leaf stick. And are they
That's
in
not-
play? Are they
That's
in play
not-
in your
there's
fandom?
no-
Austin
there's
Matthews? Are they in play?
There's
He
no
starts
subliminal
his,
message.
he starts his knighting with dirty blood.
Yep.
Are you handling the sound effects for us?
We
here?
ready?
Sir Jacob,
Yes.
I now knight you, an official fan, ice hockey. Please rise and take your stick.
Feels good, man. Feels good. Panthers or Canes? Or excuse me, Preds or Canes?
He said,
You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Or maybe Panthers. All right, parting thoughts. I got to read the Booster Club bets. Hold on. Put it in my pocket. I will hold this hockey stick, and I will find this piece of paper. And I am not Will Smith. Here's what we got. Since we have 9,000 Booster Club members, which is super awesome and super cool, we're going to call to people the best standings and the new bettors starting, and you can always see the graphic. We're going to get that done. Revco 250, who's 1-0, wants the Flames money line. Brendan Clay wants the Rangers versus RB Leipzig over 2.5 goals. X-Ray wants the Avs puck line. Samson 7 Smiles wants Blue Jays money line and the Preds plus 2.5 that's going off at minus 142. That'll make you feel good about the Avs if it's going off at minus 142. Fantasy Football Dudes wants the Cats plus 1.5. We'll see. The Germ 72 Marlins plus 1.5. Sir Fox, the great brother of Sir Fox, the somewhat great. He wants the Brewers first 5 minus 0.5. Astros first 5 minus 0.5. Biden sniffed me. Wants the Avs. He gets it every time.
never gets old.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it just gets me every time. Avs Preds over 6.5 goals. Tyson's right hook. That's scary, especially if you're on an airplane. Wants the Nats and Rockies under 10.5 runs. That's going off at minus 105. And EJ Runis. Don't think I said that right. Brewers minus 1.5. Booster Club's been hot. If you're not a member of the Booster Club, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Make better decisions. But
Parting thoughts,
anything
David?
else? Parting thoughts from you guys?
I have to do my research on Pokemon, I guess.
Don't be
I don't
down
think
about
you
it. It's a
have to.
compliment.
I don't think you have to.
Hey,
Just know you're in a
Turn
good
that
place.
frown upside down, okay?
You're in a good place with
You
it.
turn it upside down. Blaine, you got any parting thoughts?
Cheeseburgers go well with fries.
I do.
What a weirdo. All right. Well, we appreciate it. Make sure you're make sure you're following us on TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get it. Make sure you subscribe. Tell everybody about it. We appreciate you guys. Remember, go ahead and send in your stuff for Mailbag Monday on a Tuesday already. Just hit that little button at thedailywire.com or send it to DW Crane Mailbag. Also, before I forget, we are going to give our rankings for Major League Baseball top 5 tomorrow. For any people think we're not talking enough baseball out there, we're going to get that out. And like me not being super addicted to hockey as of, really about a month ago, we're gone.